Okay, right now the the temperature outside is 30 something degrees, and our furnace ran out of fuel. Actually, oil, because it runs on oil, regular furnace oil. We'll get it filled up today. I think it's going to be like 8 o'clock in the morning when they come to get it filled up. In order to do that, you have to, I mean, it's completely empty. The tank is completely empty. I went down there and checked it more than a couple of hours ago. It was like empty. The fuel gauge was all the way down in the bottom. Not in the tank, but the fuel gauge was completely empty. It didn't have any fuel in the tank. One thing is, my mom was telling me, once you try pressing the reset switch, I mean, that ain't gonna do anything. I mean, not the reset switch, it's more like a restart. When we press the restart button, it should kick on, but a couple times you have to bleed out the air out of the fuel line so the fuel pump can pump it into the furnace. That's the main thing about the oil furnace. Yeah, you gotta make sure you bleed the air line. I mean the fuel line. I mean, because it has to be done. Because I saw those videos on YouTube. Some guy explaining how you bleed your fuel line after you refilled your tank. It's really simple. I mean, I don't think I would want to do it. I'll have trouble trying to do it. I'd let them do it. They'll probably charge us extra. Yeah, to get it done. Get me go to bed pretty soon. The main thing is, like, I mean, I know things are better if you had like a, a propane furnace between a gas furnace. I mean, gas would be a better option, but we don't have gas. We don't have oil for our tank. Actually, oil does cost a lot of money because I think with most oil refineries, the oil comes from an oil well that pumps the oil into those big old gigantic tanks you see outside. Those little oil derricks, because they're basically thing goes up and down the pumps the oil out of the ground. And that's where the oil usually come from. It comes from inside the earth. I hope it gets refilled tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow. I mean, today. It's going to get refilled today. One thing is, you don't ever want to run a furnace without fuel oil in the tank because you don't want to run it dry. We did that before. I don't know, it was last several years ago. I mean, he had to bleed the line, get all the air out of the the fuel, because if you have air in the fuel, it's not gonna run too well because the motor will shut off. I mean, you press the reset switch or restart, whatever you talk, whatever it is. What that does, it kicks on the fuel pump, and you can have the high voltage igniter on the two prongs. That what ignites the fuel, and it keeps the fuel burning in your furnace. That's what keeps it burning. Well, I'll see you later. I gotta go. See you next time. Bye.